What's up, guys? We are Cody and Bray, and this is the first time we're formally introducing ourselves on our channel. So thank you so much for tuning in. We're so excited to get started just making content, filming different things, but we definitely wanted to give you guys a formal introduction before getting started. So today we figured we would just talk a little bit about our recent wedding as well as our honeymoon, because that was our last video we posted, was our honeymoon trip to Taha'a and Bora. So we're just gonna dive in a little bit more into that.
We'll start with our wedding. So with the wedding, we've been planning this for a little over 2 years now. So it's been something that we've really wanted to just kind of be able to finally have as our dream wedding. And I mean, you can go from there too and just talk more about the process of it and the planning and like how it was for you.
Yeah, I mean, basically just we had our wedding planned, COVID hit. It was pretty much, it was set for July 25th of 2020. And that was like the peak of the pandemic. So what was hard, like now I feel like brides and families planning weddings, they can kind of gauge what's going on as far as the virus. They can track it. We know what it is now. There's vaccines. There's so much development in that area. Whereas back then it was like, what is this thing? Is it really that bad? Like, you know, what are the pros and cons of continuing on with the wedding? Are we allowed to have one? So I think that's what made it hard, was that it was just literally the peak and we had no idea what it was or what to do. So essentially we definitely think that it was God's way of giving us a better opportunity actually as far as our wedding goes, because this time around the planning was so much better. You know, previous times we ran into so many different obstacles, you know, with sketchy vendors. We ran into, of course, like COVID. We ran into just so many awful things that just made us not feel like super good going into our wedding, which is like the biggest event of our lives. So we're actually so thankful that we got that second opportunity, because first time around, A, it wouldn't have been near what we wanted it to be, and B, it just felt, it was just sad. Like it was a sad time. So fast forward to this year, planning was a lot more fun for me. I enjoyed just like our new venue was absolutely perfect. Cody and I love to be around the water, and we found a venue that sat on a lake. So, I mean, if you know Cody and I, that was just ideal for us. So we were super happy with the venue. Planning went perfectly. The space itself, you know, my vision in my head, the way that it actually was portrayed was absolute perfection.
And that was one of her biggest things, was how is it gonna look? Like she had just such a very particular and beautiful and elegant vision that it took very detail-oriented minds to make this happen. So it was we were very pleased when we saw this space, and we were just so happy. And it really just all came together at the end of the day. We just were so stressed and just, obviously you're going to, it's a big wedding. And we were just so happy and blessed to just be able to have that day go as perfectly as it did. Yeah,
and it was a million times better this time around. And all of our friends and family were able to be there. That actual Saturday, it was like 75 degrees and sunny. Like it was just like all the pieces came together the way that they were supposed to. And we are just so grateful. We can't wait to see all of the photos and our final video, which we'll share with you guys on our channel once that's ready to go. But we're just so happy, and it goes by fast. If I could give any brides out there any advice, you know, I know everyone says take time to just like take it all in and pause, but seriously, like take time, because I think they said like last call, and we were just like, what? Like,
I know, we were like, how is it already 11:30 right now? We were so surprised. We were just like, no, wait, what? We're just getting started.
And we weren't ready to leave basically, but like, you know, the venue like closes and it just goes by so fast, and it's literally like, the only way I know how to describe it is it's gonna be the best day of your life. So really take the time to enjoy it.
So now we'll talk about the honeymoon. So this was something that she planned most of the wedding and I planned most of the honeymoon. So it worked out really well that we both were able to kind of plan our passions in a sense. And so you can kind of tell them a little bit about the honeymoon and kind of what we did and kind of what you enjoyed, what you didn't.
I enjoyed every second of it, but Cody is so good at planning. We'll probably dive deeper into that in later videos, but he's just so well organized, especially during this time where we did have to take a COVID test before we left, you know, when we landed, 2 days before we left. So there was a lot that went into it, but I mean, like Cody, along with our travel agent, made it such a smooth ride. So we went to Taha'a first. So from Omaha, you fly into LA. From LA, you go to Tahiti. And then from there, we got on a smaller plane and flew to Taha'a's airport. And then we got on a boat and we did a boat ride to Taha'a. And that's where we did the overwater bungalows. So that's where we stayed first, which, I mean, right when we landed, it was just like, where are we?
Yeah. It felt unreal.
Unreal.
Like, we just looked at each other and we were just like, how are we here right now? Like, it was just so surreal, so beautiful. And
just to be like surrounded by all of that clear water and just on top of it. I don't even know how to describe that. Like, it was like the perfect place to be right after the best day of our lives. So the overwater bungalows, they're really cool because you could see underwater from like your bed, from your like bathtub, from just surrounding areas of your room. So that was super cool. We ended up staying in Taha'a for 4 days.
Yep.
And it was just so nice being there, just the two of us. Honestly, there was like not that many couples on the island, which was actually really nice. I'm sure less people are traveling just due to COVID, but we took every precaution possible and we were very cautious there as well. But we went paddleboarding, we laid poolside, beachside, like just went exploring. You know, sometimes we would just sit there and just look because, you know, where we live versus where we were, they just look so different. So like, honestly, like to the human eye, it's insane how there's parts of the world that look like that.
And it was so cool too, because we were greeted and they gave us little flower leis and they took all our luggage, they took care of us, we went on the boat ride, and they had a guy from the island just like singing a song and playing an instrument. It was really cool. It was a really cool experience just to immerse in their culture too, and not just have to just like show up in a car and just like go to your room and now you forgot what to do. They had a whole kind of planned out activities you can do every day, which was a really cool experience.
Yes, and we just loved everything about being there with, you know, the islanders, you know, just how they say hello, Yorona, and how they say thank you, Maruru. Like, I'm obsessed with it, and it was just bliss. 4 days later, we got back on the boat, went back to the airport, hopped on a small plane, you know, flew over to Bora's airport, landed there, got on another yacht, I should say, and then took a nice yacht ride over to it's like a beach
villa.
Yes.
Not over water, which was
beachfront. It was our beachfront villa. So that was insane just because, I mean, for one, Bora. If you are going to like French Polynesia, anywhere, any one of those islands, especially Bora, I highly honestly recommend the beachfront bungalow because not only did we have our own like private beach and we were right there, we also had our own pool and the actual room is bigger. Honestly, they are an experience of a lifetime. Like, it's super cool, especially if you love like snorkeling and just being surrounded by water. But if you're more so you kind of want it all type of deal, you want to do the relaxing portion and snorkel and sort of, you know, be by the resort and all of that, then beachfront bungalow for sure. So that one was our favorite.
And we talked to a few other couples there and they kind of agreed with us. They said it's a really cool experience to do the overall bungalow, and I think that it is once in a lifetime almost because there's only a few places in the world that you can actually do that. So definitely take that opportunity, but if you can,
don't stay there the whole time.
Yeah, because then you're able to get the best of both worlds and be able to split it up. So, but if you're ever in that situation, I would definitely try and do one of each.
Definitely recommend a couples massage. Definitely recommend doing all of the activities like paddleboarding and kayaking. I was a little nervous at first, just like ocean, you know, kind of going on your own in a sense, but the water is so clear you can literally see everything and it like wasn't scary at all.
No.
A little nervous when I saw stingray, but apparently they're really nice. So
they are nice. They're nice.
Just like the thought of a stingray. I was like, no. But we had such a good time. If you need a honeymoon recommendation or if you have more questions about that, just reach out to us on our Instagram, on our TikTok, here in the comments, anywhere. We'd be so happy to answer any questions that you have because we had such a good experience and we definitely want that for you as well if French Polynesia is something you're thinking for your honeymoon. We're so excited to sort of get the formalities out of the way because now we can just week by week is what we're thinking on Sundays. Turn those post notifications on. Make sure you're following us on all of our socials. We'll have those linked below. Thank you so much for tuning in. We can't wait to produce more videos and more content, and we'll see you guys next week.
See ya.